And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, Tampa Bay, things happening in the Bay Area, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage with you so that we can help you win. And we want you to save our hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline. We're going to help you win in any marketplace. We are addicted to winning.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, we want you to save our hotline number and check out our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website at consumerqb.com. And the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, the Bilmar Beach Resort, beautiful hotel over on the beach. The official hotel partner, Treasure Island, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for years. And whether you're planning a quick business trip, a vacation, local staycation, or a wedding, it's a great place to go hang out. They got 2 pools on site, and we're going to talk more about that today. We got Clyde Smith in studio as well. Welcome in, Clyde.
Thank you very much, Brandon. It's great to be back.
Awesome, man. Thanks for coming down. Got a cool party coming up for the Super Bowl. We're going to jump more into that and some of the offerings over there at the Bilmar Beach Resort, Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island, Florida. We also have Gregg in studio, Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Brandon. Great to be back again.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in and going to give us an update on things happening in and around your world and what you're seeing on your end.
Definitely, yeah. We actually just finished filming a episode of the Lifetime television series Military Makeover.
Nice.
They were in town doing, a renovation for a vet. So thought we'd talk a little bit about some of the things we did there and some of the things we learned.
I like that. Military Makeover. And what channel was that again?
It's on Lifetime.
Lifetime.
This episode should be airing sometime in March. Probably we don't have the actual release date yet, but sometime around there.
Yeah, I've done a couple of those different types of shows, and it's interesting, the whole process. And, it's like they shoot all day, and it's like this 3-minute clip,
right?
That exactly. You're in, you're like, I was in that little part. See right there? And
exactly.
And a lot of it's, it's about repurposing it. If you can put that on your website and reutilize that and, email it out, broadcast it to your database. And, there's lots of ways to use that content as part of what we do with our other show that we're involved in, the American Dream television show. This is a pretty cool opportunity I've been afforded to bring in, some of my real estate properties. We've gone over to the Children's Cancer Center, highlighted them. Last time I went up in a jet with Captain Will Smith, so that was kind of fun. We talked about the time arbitrage that we use sometimes in real estate when it comes to working with investors and traveling throughout the state of Florida. So yeah, a lot of fun. I love those TV side of it. So that's really neat. So Lifetime, you were involved with the Military Makeover movie or TV show.
Series, correct. Yeah,
very cool.
That's great for the vets. That whole program.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's helping them out, and the story of this family is something really special. I probably won't get into that because it'll be on the episode, but yeah, definitely.
Very cool. And that's our goal, to help you win in any marketplace. As you know, I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty, and I'm a top listing agent here in the Tampa Bay area, top 1% realtor in the United States. So real excited about a lot of our hot listings that we've got. We've got 207 Coronado Drive over on Clearwater Beach. This is a beautiful opportunity now. We have a 207 Coronado Drive listed. It is a $3.5 million commercial opportunity. This is a great opportunity. Now, if you look at the front building, you've got basically just a convenience store. But if you look at the drone video and the drone pictures, look at that view. That is across the street. You've got the Wyndham Grand, the twin towers of the Wyndham Grand across the street. And you also have the Hyatt right next door. So it's a great opportunity. I'm selling right there on Clearwater Beach, $3.5 million property. Attention, all builders, investors, liquor store owner would be great for a liquor store there. Potential to go 12 stories high. You've got air rights, parking spaces, beer and wine license as well. So that's one of our hot listings. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. We also have a buyer-seller seminar coming up on the 28th of the month, February 28th, coming up right around the corner. Save that date. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Buying, selling, investing in real estate. We would love to talk to you and invite you to this event. We're going to have some food there, catered food. We're going to have our team. We're going to have Jay Smith, A Snoop Inspection is going to be on site, talking about the challenges that we sometimes see in real estate when it comes to the inspections issues. We're going to have William Crowley, a.k.a. the Credit Magician, going to be there as well. So that's the 28th. Aaron Foley is going to be our buyer agent specialist. And of course, I'm going to be talking about the listing side of the real estate business. Buyer seller seminar, February 28th, Cox Media Group, 1025 The Bone Studio, 4th Street North in St. Pete. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Also, Facebook.com. You can check out our page there and you'll see all the information. And we would love to see you there as well. All right, so let's jump right into it. We've got our two expert contributors here in studio, Clyde Smith, General Manager of the Bilmar Beach Resort, Gregg Bowman coming up soon here as well. So what are you seeing out there, sir?
Well, beaches are beautiful. That's a great thing. We were talking about that a little earlier. And,
yeah.
It's a little cold for me, but our friends from Wisconsin and Michigan think it's fantastic.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
It's we're gearing up for spring break, which is starting very soon. Still have some of our northern visitors just that come down more in the winter, and then they'll go home. And our spring breakers, which are more families for us.
Right.
A lot of families have been coming for multiple generations, and so they come back year after year. Love all the improvements that we've done. We've gotten really good reports back on our new renovations and exterior look. Have a new sign coming for the front, which is going to be really nice. Going to have full color LED,
Nice.
which you'll be able to actually see the guest rooms, see what a wedding looks like, our business operations and things like that.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Those signs are expensive too, aren't they?
They're real expensive.
Yeah.
They really are. But we've got great owners that see the value in really showing. When you drive by, it's hard to tell what a place looks like.
Yeah.
So we're going to show them the picture.
Wow, that's cool, man.
That'll be
I
good.
like that. Yeah, I've had different people I've talked to in business over the years. They're like, man, we get a lot of business from our sign out by the road because you can change the message. And
Right.
he's like, man, it was a big investment, but we get a lot of deals from that investment.
Yeah, I am the word master for it. So I make up all the little messages we send out there. Even employee
Nice.
recruiting, it works.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's what's great about changing your message up. You could, seasonally appropriate different ideas. Yeah, that's really cool.
Like right now, we're promoting the Super Bowl party that's
Super
coming.
Bowl party, Sunday, February 3rd, 4 p.m. through game time, which typically, like 8:30 the game starts eventually?
6:30 this year.
Is it 6:30?
It
Okay.
is. So we'll have a pregame party so you can enjoy the sunset while you're there. We have lots of food and drink specials. And the best part is how we show the game. It's projected up onto our 4-story building, creates a 35-foot projection.
Oh,
With
wow.
surround sound. You hang out by the pool in the south pool by the tower.
That's
Really
awesome.
a great experience. We have a lot of fun, a lot of games go on throughout it.
Yeah, that's a fun time. And so come join us for a great time. You got the Super Bowl Sunday, February 3rd, 4 p.m. through game time. Sloppy Joe's Treasure Island is a restaurant right there. It's at the Bilmar. Treasure Island, beautiful place. So you got a DJ entertainment, poolside, pregame festivities. Do you know which DJ it is yet?
I don't.
Okay.
I should. Sorry.
So you got the DJ coming out, surround sound booth inside and out for each play-by-play, $10 buckets of 5 16-ounce Budweisers or Bud Lights, party menu as well. You got, of course, the Sloppy Joes, all types of great food, wings, pork nacho, all kinds of cool
That
stuff.
cheese crab pretzel is going to be real special.
Ooh, crab pretzels.
It's a large soft pretzel covered with
like
the
that.
cheese and crab mixture.
I like that. And if you're watching our TV show version, you can see our some of our bullet points here. Super Bowl, watch the pregame, followed by the Super Bowl, your favorite commercials, hourly giveaways as well. What are you guys giving away from the gift shop there?
We have T-shirts, we have mugs, just certificates so you can come back when it's not as busy and just enjoy a quiet
Nice.
sunset. So lots of things every hour. It's a
love
good
it.
time.
Now you coined it when I was talking about in the past, just painting the picture of the beach. You go to the beach, you've got the beautiful rooms, you've got the 2 pools, you've got Sloppy Joe's, but then when you walk out back, in some of the rooms, you literally step out onto. There's pavers there, but you got sand right
Sure,
there.
traditional walkouts are right there.
And you walk out and you coined this phrase. It's a 2-beer beach.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Or one big margarita.
Yeah, one big margarita. So it's going to take you, that much to drink it, just depending on your pace. But yeah,
Well, the nice part of that, when you're down by the water, it's just so much quieter. You go to some hotels and you try to sit out by the water and you hear Marco Polo and, someone playing a rap music or whatever.
Yes.
And it just isn't as relaxing. When you're on Treasure Island Beach, it's a good 400 yards out to the water, but it is so peaceful. All
Yeah.
you hear is the water.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's such a great beach. It's, one of the best beaches in the world, in my opinion. I mean, it really is. You look at, because you get the sunsets on this coast, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, you don't get the sunsets. You get sunrises, but no, not really
you got to get pretty early for that.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not getting the sunsets. But we're talking with Clyde Smith. He's the general manager of the Bilmar Beach Resort, our official hotel partner here of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And, some really cool things also to mention is you host for businesses. Businesses can have really cool events there as well.
Sure do. You mentioned that earlier. I appreciate that. We right now we do about 20 to 25 different corporate groups. We have an insurance company in today, and it's what a great thing. You get done sitting in a ballroom for a little while. You take your breaks. You go out with a nice view of the beach.
Yes.
And then when the time comes, the meeting's finally over, you get to go listen to some guitar music and drink something cold and enjoy that sunset we were talking about.
That's right. And you always have entertainment there.
We do.
Yeah.
Between Sloppy Joe's and our beachfront cafe, there's always something going on.
Yeah, it's just such a cool place to hang out, watch games, hang out with the family. You've got, and then out back too, the city's made some improvements with that boardwalk.
The beach trail, just under a mile, and it's lit up turtle-friendly lighting at night, so you can stroll, pretty much till 1 a.m. out there. And it serves as a bench. It made a perfect backdrop 2 weekends ago for the Kite Festival.
Oh, wow.
It comes every January and back in October, although with Kite Works being one of the sponsors of Treasure Island activities, there's often the huge kites that are out there. I mean, they're the size of buses, and they're up in the air, just beautiful. They've been flying them for 2 weeks straight now.
That's a huge kite.
It's a huge kite.
Size of the bus.
It is. It's beautiful. There's one that's an octopus, a whale, just all sorts. There's some ones that are tribute to our veterans. It's a beautiful sight.
And what's also great about the Bilmar Beach Resort Treasure Island location is you've got the walkability. I mean, last time I was there, I walked to the Publix, picked up a couple things. You've got all types of ice cream shops, cool stuff right around there.
Dozen restaurants right there.
Very cool. All right, stay with us right here. Consumer Quarterback Show. More from our expert contributors. Gregg Bowman coming up as well, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Clyde Smith in the house, Bilmar Beach Resort. And we have our feel-good story of the day coming at you just after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Now, we're real excited about our move over to Keller Williams, #1 real estate company in the world, close to 200,000 agents, and just so many advantages with that move over to Keller Williams. We're real excited about that. Recruiting agents to our team, growing our team as well, looking for agents that might want to join our team and take advantage of what we're creating with economies of scale, marketing-wise with the Quarterback Show, and a lot of cool things happening. Got a hot listing here over in Clearwater Beach, 1370 Gulf Boulevard. This is a condo, unit number 401, Clearwater Beach, Bella Rosa condo, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath. This is on Sand Key. It's $1.12 million. Beautiful property, 2,200 square feet, and it is an opportunity to own a beautiful home right on the Gulf of Mexico. Tennis on site, pool, spa, really cool offerings there at 1370 Gulf Boulevard, unit 401 in beautiful Pinellas County. And bringing you back over to Hillsborough County here, 5506 Dallas Way in Valrico. This is a River Hills Country Club, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, gated community, owner motivated, 3,500 square feet, and it's a one owner home that is sure to impress. The owner is a commercial builder as well, so he's built this home to the highest of standards, and it's got a lot of advantages with it being a corner lot as well. A couple of hot real estate properties here in beautiful Tampa Bay.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
And this segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving. The official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Brothers Easy Moving, and they strive to be one of the very best Tampa Bay moving companies by exceeding your expectations from the first phone call to the final customer courtesy call. And they are among the best reviewed Tampa movers as well. Google, they hold a 4.6 rating. A rating on the Better Business Bureau, A rating on Angie's List, and a 4.5 rating on Yelp. And they've also won the Super Service Award multiple years. Reach out to Gary. He's the owner of Brothers Easy Moving. Let him know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take him up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we are back here in studio. Clyde Smith in the house, Bilmar Beach Resort. And we're talking with Gregg Bowman now. We're going to switch gears, talk about the AC guy of Tampa Bay and a longtime friend of the program. And I think one of the key points we talk about when we bring different companies on is just the fact that, you're the owner of the company, you're involved in the company. And a lot of these other companies out there, man, you got to be real careful and do your research.
Most definitely. There are quite a number of companies that you can select when you're talking about air conditioning or any kind of contracting services in our area. You would think that with all the licensing and everything that we have in the state of Florida that the consumer wouldn't be as at risk as what they are. But unfortunately, there's a lot of negative situations out there that you need to be guarding yourself against and avoiding. So it basically comes down to just doing your homework. Make sure you know who you're dealing with before you deal with them. Don't just assume because they're licensed that they're good.
Right.
It's not the case, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true. Because a lot of times, especially with the AC unit, you walk in, especially during the August and September months, you walk in, it's like, oh no, honey, the AC's out. Who do we call? So, and then they come out, and then it could be something where you just change out a part, save people thousands of dollars, or that unscrupulous salesperson could say, oh, you need a complete repair or a new unit, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of that goes on. And I mean, sometimes it definitely is warranted, but a lot of times it's abused. And there are quite a few contractors who will take advantage of that situation. So you definitely want to know who you're doing business with. Make sure you know what their Google reviews are, like you were talking about the moving company. Look at all those kind of things. It gives you an idea of who you're dealing with, not just assuming because they're a licensed contractor that they're okay to do business with. So you really do have to watch out and protect yourself.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, I can't remember, Greg, are you a veteran as well?
I'm not. My son, though, serves.
Wow.
I have a son who's active duty in the Air Force. So,
that's awesome.
So yeah, that was kind of what got us involved with Military Makeover. Goodman Manufacturing is a big supporter of Military Makeover. We are affiliated with them. We install a lot of their different products, and they reached out to us and asked us if we would participate in it when it was coming to St. Pete. So actually, we just finished filming this past week. They came in and did a complete renovation on this home.
Wow.
But the air conditioning side of it was a little interesting. It really made me think about kind of what goes on in real estate. And what happened in this situation. Walking into the home, their air conditioning was only about 4 years old. So, you know, if you were looking at buying that house, which they were just 2 years prior, you would have looked at that air conditioner and thought, oh, don't have to worry about the air conditioning. After they moved in, they found quite a few issues with it. It was a 2-story home. The bedrooms on the second floor were typically 5 to 10 degrees warmer than the rest of the house.
Wow.
There was a bedroom which they made their nursery for their child in the front of the house. They could never keep that warm or cool. The issues really came down to not the fact that it was a new air conditioner, but really poor ductwork that was in the home. So when we first walked up to the house, we looked at it and we're like, well, what are we going to do here? It's a brand new system. Until we looked at that ductwork.
Wow.
We had to basically gut it and start over. The ductwork was from the 80s. The air conditioning had been replaced multiple times, but the ductwork was original to when the home was built.
Wow.
And when the home was built, the ductwork was just done really badly.
Yeah.
So we ended up tearing it all out, putting in a zoning system, which is, in other words, they now have a thermostat on the second floor, a thermostat in the nursery, a thermostat in the main house. They can keep whatever temperature they want in those areas.
That's great.
And there's electronic dampers that open and close to distribute air, to those areas. Goodman actually then also stepped up and donated a new air conditioning system. So even though it was only 4 years old, it was a minimum efficiency, a little undersized. So Goodman gave them a brand new one, which we also put in. So.
That's very cool.
Yeah, they've got a great system now, but it highlights a problem that I think can happen when you're looking at buying a home is assuming that because the box is new,
right,
that the system's in good shape.
So
it's really important to make sure that when you're buying a home, just because you see a brand new air conditioner doesn't mean, oh, I don't need to worry about getting the air conditioner checked. I would still recommend in that process that you do get it really
absolutely
thoroughly,
get up in the attic. That's where you're going to find a lot of the different things for their shortcuts, especially on a renovation or a flip. Talking to Jay Smith, a Snoop Inspection, you've been on the show with him before, I believe. Talking with him, he's like, yep, that's where you see it. These flippers, they come in, they do the lipstick on the you hear that
lipstick on a pig.
You hear that. So they don't get up in the attic and care about that because that's not what the customer's going to look at.
Right.
And that's where you found. Now, I want to go back to that. By the way, we're talking with Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. When it comes to that ductwork, you said it was bad ductwork. Mm-hmm. Can you elaborate? Was it where it makes turns? Is it like getting too skinny there? Is it just chewed through by?
It was a number of things. There was some rodent damage, which you were talking about. A lot of it was just old, so it was dirty. But it really goes back to that when the ductwork was originally put into the home, it was improperly sized, improperly installed. So it would be a lot like trying to breathe through a straw.
Right.
You can do that for a minute or two, but try and breathe through just a single straw for an hour. You'd pass out, you'd be gone.
Oh,
that's what was happening to the air conditioning system because the ductwork just wasn't large enough. So basically, you can kind of think of it like what we had to do was convert it to a paper towel tube. We had to make that straw bigger so that air could, so we just basically gutted it and did it all new.
Wow.
But that's a very common problem in Florida is undersized ductwork. Particularly from homes in the 80s, 90s. Ductwork standards weren't really good then as to what was enforced as how it was being installed. And a lot of times, rule of thumb was used and a guy would look at it and think, oh, well, this will give me enough air. And they just kind of put it in and it really doesn't work.
Right. Yeah. Another thing that I've seen also on my on properties is where when you have the insulation in the roof, the insulation, especially if it's a vented roof, you've got the vents that are cut into the roof that allow for the air to escape and for airflow. A lot of times when they put the insulation, that 4 to 6 inch thick pink color most of the time insulation, and it meets at the bottom of the roof where on the opposite side you've got the soffit and the fascia. When you don't have what they call baffles in there, you don't have enough baffles that are basically kind of like an egg crate. They go like this. That's going to create the airflow. Then the whole attic's that much more hotter. The AC unit has to work a lot harder.
Correct. Yeah, the insulation in the attic is a key component of how well the air conditioning is going to work. That's a very common problem, what you're talking about, especially if somebody adds insulation to their home after the fact, then they decide to go to Home Depot and rent the machine and do it themselves. They just go nuts and they think, oh, I'm going to put 20 inches of insulation in here. It's going to be great. They blow it out against those eaves. And if there are none of those baffles, they're basically clogging the holes that air moves through. And then the attic actually becomes hotter. And they make the problem worse rather than fixing the problem.
Huge mistake. And with the air conditioning having to work harder, it still is going through those, the ductwork,
right.
But then also what it's doing is the tiles on the roof, it's burning those tiles up faster too because they're that much hotter.
Correct.
So it shortens the life of the roof tile.
It definitely all
provided
plays
it's a
into
shingle.
That. It definitely plays all into that. So it all goes back to, I mean, if you want to DIY it, make sure you know what you're doing.
Right, exactly.
Or hire somebody who really does know what they're doing.
And get it inspected. Jay Smith, A Snoop Inspection, best in the business. Longtime friend of the program here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, stay with us. More from our expert contributors. We're going to be talking more with Clyde Smith, Bilmar Beach Resort, Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. And we have our feel-good story of the day coming at you. Boy uses his savings to buy a gas station attendant a bicycle. Interesting story in our feel-good segment. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. And, of course, the Consumer Quarterback Show pages on Facebook. We'll see you right after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
We got the plans 'cause we are the tech shamans. We understand 'cause we are the tech shaman.
Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah.
Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans.
Cool.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your Consumer Quarterback. and real estate quarterback as well with Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We want to help you win in the real estate space. Got a great team over there, can help you buying, selling, or investing. We would love to talk to you. We feature our real estate properties on the show as well. Published author as well. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We've got a TV show on Apple TV, Amazon, interviewed by multiple news outlets, the Florida Realtor organizations as well. MC for the Wine, Women, and Shoes event. Partnered up with Ken Shamrock from the Ultimate Fighting Championship as well with our company, the Business Growth Celebrity Academy. We're teaching the craft of how to start your own show, grow your celebrity, and real excited about that business venture with the UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock, his partner Des Woodruff, and my wife as well. So we're back here in studio helping you win, and we got a couple of hot properties here I want to let you know about. This one is actually a local celebrity here in Tampa Bay. We got his property listed in South Tampa. It's 4613 South Matanzas Avenue. This is Ian Beckles, a longtime Buccaneer and radio show host here in Tampa Bay. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. You got a half bath as well. $720,000 property here in beautiful South Tampa. Now, this is in that 33611 zip code. This is a great property. It's all about location, spacious home, and a quick walk over to Bay Shore. So if you check out that drone photography, compliments of Fabre Frameworks, you got a beautiful view of the bay, and just a great property in beautiful South Tampa. 4613 South Matanzas Avenue. We're setting up open houses for that property next week as well. And we also have a couple of hot properties here in Hillsborough County, 4212 Thistle Terrace Place in Valrico. This is a River Hills Country Club, 4 bedrooms, 2 full bath. You have a half bath as well. $420,000 list price, and this is just listed. Got a pool home. It's got a lot of solar technology. If you look at that drone photography, you're going to see 27 solar panels. You also have the thermal heated pool. Great corner lot location, and it's in a gated community with the conservation across the street. Another hot real estate property, compliments of Platinum MVP Realty.com. In studio today, we got Clyde Smith, Bilmar Beach Resort. He's the general manager. We also have Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. And so when it comes to Tampa Bay, what a great place to live, work, and play. And then even having the opportunity to go vacation over on the beach every now and then, that's a nice little treat.
We love Tampa Bay's been our favorite place that I've lived in. The hotel business, you do move a little bit.
Yeah,
I was up in the Carolinas, but you can't beat it. There's access to the sports theaters. The museums that we have, there's just so much to do. That, or you can sit on the beach and do nothing at all.
Yeah, great 1-2 combo.
Another option there.
Get your work done during the day and just chill out every night. We're really excited. We're going to be moving into our new house on the lake soon, so I'm looking forward to living that lake life. Getting closer and closer.
Finally,
yes, exactly. So Tampa Bay, there's so much to offer here. Great place to live, work, and play. Vacations here, of course, local staycations, and one thing too we're kind of talking about is with the media is they're all over us when we got red tide, but now it's cleared up, it's gone. Let's talk about that.
The water is so gorgeous now, and it really has been frustrating because at one point they even showed pictures of fish at a different county and then panned up and showed my sign when we had a gorgeous beach then.
Oh, that's not right.
The people that didn't come missed out, because those that did come and enjoy the fall, it was not what you read in the newspaper. It was not toxic here, and it was just there was a couple of days that I wouldn't walk the beach, but that was few and far between. It's absolutely gorgeous now. It's beautiful weather, sun shining, so it's time for people to come back.
Hopefully they come up with a solution for that.
Yeah, they're working on it down in the Moat Marine. They've got a lot. It's such a big problem this year, and truth is, if you look in the history, it's been happening since the 1500s. It goes back that far that there was reports of algae type blooms. Fortunately, it's been 10 years before we've had it as bad as it was, and mainly the southern counties.
Yep.
So you just have to pay attention to it. Do you go swimming when it's out?
Right.
Probably not, but there's other beaches that you can go to. It's not, on every beach every time.
Sure. Yeah, it's interesting when you look at that and the effect that it has on tourism. And Governor Scott at the time was going to work on some things. Hopefully DeSantis kind of picks up where he left off and helps us with that. With those types of effects that happen, because it's such a driver of our economy here. The tourism is
very much so. We'll be going up. I'm with Florida Restaurant and Lodging. We'll be going up to Tallahassee and talking with Governor DeSantis. He's a big proponent of our industry and knows what it does for the state and for employment. So we believe we're going to have the right backing with the current administration.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. And yeah, so when we talk about, just beautiful Tampa Bay, Bilmar Beach Resort over on Treasure Island, what else pops out to you, man? What else?
Well, I think just the access, John's Pass is just up the street. There's so much to do there. There's over 100 shops, even more restaurants. We talked about the dozen within walking distance. One of the things that some people don't know about the Bilmar that is important is the many different room types that we have. There's 12 different room types. So, if you're the family with just one child, you might just want a traditional, beachfront room. 90% of our rooms are beachfront.
Wow.
But then we have the others that have the balconies. There's some with full kitchens. There's suites with connecting rooms if you need a little bit more space, or if it's a, girls' weekend and things like that. You want to spread out a little bit, and all the way up to our 1,200 room penthouses up on the 8th story.
Nice.
So there really is something for everybody. It allows us to have different price points out there, which is good for, not everyone can rent a suite on the beach. So you get a traditional room, you still get the gorgeous view, but you're not paying for a kitchen you maybe don't even need.
Yeah, and the cool thing is all the common areas are the same. You got the pools, you got the both pools, you got the restaurant Sloppy Joe's on site, and live music almost every night. You got live music.
Not only us, but other places right around. So whatever your music taste is, you can generally find it, all the way down to our Wednesday jazz. That's been playing there since 1967, a great Dixieland jazz that's every Wednesday.
Nice. Okay.
Real fun.
Little Dixieland delight.
They do. They break out the parasols and do the little march at the very end, and it's a great time.
That's awesome.
Some people have been coming to that for over 30 years.
And I love mixing it up, too. One day at the pool, the next day I utilize my Freedom Boat Club membership.
Right around the corner.
Freedom Boat Club is great. Yep. John's Pass, Tia Verde. They got a couple different spots over there, Treasure Islands. But, yeah, I love getting out there on the boats and just enjoying the waterways and, kind of relaxing and slowing it down. We talked about before is, living in Tampa, working in Tampa, meetings during the week and running around. But when you go over that beach, that bridge to the beach, man, it's just something about that, isn't it?
You get on island time real quick.
That's right. Yeah, so Treasure Island. Got the event coming up too, man. The Super Bowl is right around the corner. That's actually this weekend, February 3rd, Sunday. So if you don't have a place locked in yet, I would highly suggest going and checking out this event that they're putting on over at the Bilmar Beach Resort, Sloppy Joe's restaurant as well. Treasure Island Super Bowl party, Sunday, February 3rd, 4 p.m. all the way through game time, which we said was about 6:30 kickoff. So they've got a 35-foot projected screen up on the side of the building.
Going to go on the side of the building. This will be, I want to say, our 13th year of doing this, and it just with people calling a month out asking if we're going to do it again, which of course we are.
Nice.
And it's real fun. Complimentary valet parking, so there's no parking worries or Uber in. A real easy way to get there.
Yeah.
We got the games on the beach right behind us. We added a giant human-sized beer pong and the ring toss games, all sorts of things going on. In addition to the 3 outdoor decks, we also have the entire south pool deck that'll be opened up with stand-up tables and a bar out there.
That's perfect for the family. The kids can play little games, and
absolutely,
the guys that are kind of dialed into the game, they don't get as distracted.
Or you can just float in the pool and watch the game from there.
Float in the pool, that's not a bad way to watch the Super Bowl.
Nice heated pool, 84 degrees.
Nice, yeah, very cool. Treasure Island, the Bilmar Beach Resort, right on the beach. The walkability we talked about. You can walk to a lot of different places and exercise. You got the bikes there. I love taking the bikes out.
We have the regular just beach cruisers. We've got the 4-person Surrey bike. We've got a couple of tandem bikes. So if you just want to go out with your girlfriend and take a ride, and it's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Yeah. And then you also have the water sports as well. You got some of the paddle boards and things.
We do. Part of our amenities, you get an hour of kayak or paddle board out there. We have beach chairs you can carry down to the beach if you don't want to rent the cabanas that are available.
Nice.
So lots of options there. Then we have the Adirondack chairs that are right behind the hotels. You talked about the beach walkouts earlier. So
that's right.
There's 4 fire pits out there. You can gather around till the evening, and real good time. Fire pits are real popular this time of year.
Yeah, my favorite spot, of course, on the beach, Bilmar Beach Resort. We're talking with Clyde Smith. He's the general manager. Now, are you also the general manager of Sloppy Joe's, the restaurant on site?
I am.
You are?
I am. I do have Roger Jones, our food and beverage director. Great guy, great experience brings to the table, and him and I work together to manage all facets, the banquet, the cafe. Actually, as of July, I'm now the condominium association manager also.
Oh, wow. So, okay.
Lots of hats.
So you got condos over there.
We do. The 8-story building is about 80% condo hotel, which is just a different type of ownership.
Right.
Almost all of them, all but one actually, are in a rental program. So for you to come and stay, you wouldn't know if you're in a condo or not. They all get in a rotation. We have 44 very happy owners. They get monthly check generally from
That's
that.
great.
And then also we've seen the value of those condos go up. We've had a few sell at pretty decent prices lately.
Yeah.
Currently, the developer of the property is not selling any. We're just running as the remainder as a hotel, but
Right.
the ones that are in the condo are very, very pleased with it.
That's very cool, man. What a cool business model. So you wear a lot of hats. You're a busy guy. The Bilmar Beach Resort on Treasure Island. Go say hello to Clyde and his team. They do a great job. Take care of you over there, and let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. So when we come back, more from our expert contributors. We got Gregg Bowman as well here in studio, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, and our feel good story of the day is a good one. Boy uses his savings to buy a gas station attendant a bicycle. So our feel good story of the day, and we'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us here. Brandon Rhymes, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And want to give a shout out to our friends over at Replenish IV Solutions. Say hello to Steve and Lisa Gunnan. They own and operate Replenish IV Solutions. They have on the 15th, they're having a celebration of their opening in Carrollwood, their brand new office location up there by Bears and Dale Mabry. And they've had this science of nutritional balance. They've got all types of fatigue fighters, weight loss, detox, all kinds of cool stuff. I imagine a lot of people are seeing them after the Gasparilla weekend and, going to visit them. But yeah, it's really cool. You go in, you sit down, you get a vitamin IV drip of balance, nutritional balance, vitamins, minerals, electrolytes. And I do it at least once a month to make sure I'm staying in good shape. And go say hello to Steve and Lisa over at Replenish IB Solutions. They're on Gandy Boulevard in beautiful South Tampa, also Carrollwood now. All right, back here in studio helping you win. We got Clyde Smith in the house, Bilmar Beach Resort, Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay as well. And we are going to talk about our positivity segment. Every day we're telling you something good here in our injection of positivity into your life.
Tell me something good.
All right, so boy uses his savings to buy a gas station attendant a bicycle. So a 10-year-old boy in South Africa used his savings to purchase a bicycle for a local gas station attendant. About 2 months ago, Vaughn met attendant Tony while his mother Mandy was filling up the gas station in KwaZulu-Natal. Vaughn was very sick with moments, and within moments, the attendant had him laughing and smiling. Mandy Fish recalled the pair have been friends ever since. In one of their conversations, Tony asked him to look out for a reasonably priced bike for him. Vaughn promised to find him one. Vaughn has been collecting all the silver money around the house for months, savings for a holiday for us. One night he came to me and asked if we really wanted a holiday. Upon asking why, he would rather put his savings toward helping Tony get his bike, Mandy said. They cracked open his piggy bank and used all the money to buy Tony a bicycle. Our children make us proud on so many occasions, but today my heart was filled with so much joy, and the kind man's face as he, rather stunned, accepted his gift from this 10-year-old boy. Mandy wrote on Facebook, keep being kind and generous with your time and money, and remember, bringing joy to others can bring just as much joy to yourself. All right, our feel-good story of the day. I love those stories. Always good stuff. And so going back to Gregg Bowman here, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. So you had an opportunity to film a show, this Lifetime show. What was your overall take on that? It was an interesting process.
Most definitely. Definitely was interesting. It was great to be able to contribute in a similar manner to help somebody who, was going through some hard things and to be able to reach out and do that. But definitely not the norm. We spent 5 days there, full 10 to 12 hour days.
Wow.
Putting the system and the ductwork and everything in. I know by the end of it, my guys were more than ready to be done.
Yeah, I bet, man.
Just being followed by GoPros and cameras and everything everywhere you go.
Right.
They were getting a little exhausted, from that side of it, but it was definitely a great experience. We were really glad to help out.
I bet. Yeah. Thanks for doing that, helping out the veterans. That was Military Makeover. Going to be on Lifetime. You said sometime in March it'll be on Lifetime.
It probably, we don't have the air date yet, but it usually follows about 8 weeks after filming, and we've just filmed it last week, so probably sometime in March.
I was talking to a friend of mine last night. She's a realtor. She was on House Hunters as well, locally in Tampa Bay. One of the shows on, I think that's on HGTV, is it? House Hunters. But yeah, it's interesting how some of these shows come about. I did a show also with Delion Sheffield. She's in real estate. It's Gary Sheffield's wife. Did a show with her back in the day, but very similar. Lots of filming and it's condensed down so much. It's funny. It's interesting.
Right. Yeah.
But all about exposure. So Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, helping local businesses or families, maintain that cooling system that's so important. When it comes to, especially during the summer times.
Yeah, definitely. In Florida, I think there's probably a couple things that are absolutely essential, and one of those is air conditioning. Unless you want to pioneer day it, but I think most people are beyond that, and they really want to have good air conditioning. So we pride ourselves in providing top-notch air conditioning services and equipment in everything that we do. So we're definitely here to help out.
Yeah, man. So yesterday's show we had David Ringo and his team from 3D Solar. Are you seeing more solar in your experiences? Are people tying into that?
Definitely seeing a lot more homes with solar panels and solar, what they call photovoltaic systems or PV systems that generate electricity for the home.
That's right.
There is some solar air conditioning going on. A few of the manufacturers have air conditioning that can be tied directly to a PV panel.
Wow.
Which we're seeing some of that. I think that in the next decade or two, I think we'll see a lot more of it. It's the price is coming down, that it's getting more and more attractive to be able to do it with the PV panels.
That's interesting. Yeah. We talked a lot about the sustainability, some of the tax credits that they have now with solar. So I've never heard that. So it's tied directly. So you tie your AC unit independent of all other aspects of the home into the.
Correct. There are some manufacturers that, yes, the AC system is pre-set up for solar, and you can buy panels to put on your roof and wire straight to the AC. to power that. Depending on the number of panels you put on determines whether or not you also have to have electricity powering the unit. If you put enough panels there, theoretically you wouldn't, but obviously the more panels, the more costs. So it all becomes a balancing game as to what economics make sense.
Yeah, it's interesting. They were talking about also, where they come in, they see what your average electrical bill is going to be. If it's $250, they can make these payments come into around $150 or $200. So right off the bat, you're saving money. So it just looks like such a great
Correct.
deal.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about solar, and with the tax credit too. It's a 30% tax credit.
Yes.
They have that for some HVAC technologies. For geothermal technology, they still have that tax credit in play. But yeah, definitely, there's a lot of incentive to go solar, to basically get it for free, essentially, because you're paying your electric bill by the solar power.
Right.
It's generating the electricity, and then the financing you have to put in place to afford it is replacing your electric bill. So definitely a good thing to look at.
And it's like you're renting your power when you think about it. With these, you own it at the end of whatever, 20, 30 years, whatever it is. So pretty cool. So Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, when it comes to maintenance, I think that's something people just often overlook. What would be your words of advice to people in terms of maintenance? Yeah, it's definitely something that a lot of people fail to take into account. And it's, I think, one of the big reasons why the average lifespan of an air conditioner in Florida is now only maybe 10 to 12 years. Part of that lifespan is the fact that, equipment manufacturers are making things less and less costly. So they're, not going to last as long, but a lot of it is that people just don't maintain them. Yeah. So we definitely recommend doing at least once a year. Better to do a twice a year maintenance routine where you get a pro in to check it out. You can do a lot of it yourself. If you're a DIY person, you want to do it yourself. But definitely giving your air conditioning some attention is very important. Changing the filters. Big thing is making sure your drain stays clear. We see a lot of that. We've talked about that, before on the show. Drains backing up, causing ceilings to collapse. All those things are things you don't want to have happen. We catch a lot of things early on in our maintenance regimen that we do for our customers that can prevent bigger problems. Huge thing we have in Florida with all the power fluctuation we have is capacitor failures. They're not the same capacitors as Back to the Future. They're different kind of capacitor, but every system has them. And the power fluctuations we get cause them to weaken. If you catch it early, you can replace the capacitor, which is not that expensive of a part. Failure to catch that capacitor when it's weak will result in a failing compressor or failing motors, which are more expensive parts. Right. So that's definitely a good idea to get your equipment checked by a pro on a regular basis. We have a great program for it. It's $12.50 a month per unit. We come out twice a year for that $12.50 every month, and we'll service your equipment, go over everything. One time we're out, we do a thorough cleaning. The other time is just an inspection. Both times we're cleaning the drain, making sure you're not going to have any issues there. So if we can help out with that, we'd be glad to. But I would definitely recommend, if you're already working with a pro, work with them hard on making sure you maintain your system. I love that. I love that maintenance idea. $12.50 a month, very nominal number, and it's going to help you save a lot of time and headaches and aggravation and extend the life of your machine. Yeah, they've done some studies on that, and it's pretty much paying, just like what we were talking about with solar. It's pretty much coming back to you in lower electric costs, fewer maintenance or fewer repair issues. So, it might sound like, well, I'm paying $150 a year and maintaining my equipment, but that's coming back to you. And, if you have one failed compressor, that can cost you $1,500 to $2,000. Right. A whole lot better to spend $150 a month and not have that issue. And have it checked up. That's for sure. Not $150 a month, $150 a year. That's $150 a year. $150 a month would be a little bit. $1,250 a month. A month. That's awesome, man. So what's the best website for you? ACGuyofTampa.com. www.acguyoftampa.com is where you can get us at. Also, traditional way on the phone, 727-286-3170. All right, excellent. And of course, consumerqb.com. All of our expert contributors are on our website at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of their expert contributors' contact information, their website, their phone numbers as well, consumerqb.com. And Clyde Smith, thanks for coming in, man. Parting words of advice or anything else you want to mention?
No, just take time to go to the beach.
That's right.
That's the biggest thing. We'd love to see you over in Treasure Island.
That's right. Take a little time and enjoy a little family vacation. If you're out of the area, if you're local, we call it a staycation, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have some fun.
It's about 50% of our market some parts of the year.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's great to get them away. Look forward to seeing you back.
Awesome. Absolutely. You'll definitely will. So thanks so much for coming in, Gregg Bowman, as well. And
yeah, I'd have to echo what Clyde said. Take some time to go to the beach.
Yeah,
we'll see you over there, Greg.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff. Tim.
Definitely good to get away. I remember when we first moved to Florida, we were at the beach every weekend.
Yeah.
We need to get back to that.
There you go. Yeah, man. Go check them out at their Super Bowl party as well, coming up down at Sloppy Joe's and the Bilmar Beach Resort. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter, and Consumer Quarterback Show pages out there as well. We'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the Consumer Quarterback.